Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm a local resident of Chicago and I'm also a realtor. I want to talk today about why I love Chicago. I love living here, actually in the urban areas of Chicago. I personally live in Lincoln Park, but I sell all over. I sell in the neighboring suburbs also, but I sell a lot in the urban parts of Chicago. I personally will tell you that I absolutely love living here. I love all of the nightlife. I love all of the restaurants. I love to see people walking outside. I love that it's never quiet here. I know people that want to live in the suburbs. They want the quiet, they want the land. I'm personally completely opposite. I want noise, I want pollution. I want to see people outside running, walking, playing. I have 2 children and I'm raising a family here. I will do another episode about Chicago schools, so definitely tune in for that. But there's a bunch of actually things to do here in Chicago for kids. A lot of people feel that once I have a family, it is absolutely important for me to move to the suburbs. Well, I have a different point of view about that. Absolutely. If you want to move to the suburbs, I love the suburbs. It's wonderful. I sell in the suburbs. But I'm raising my family here. There's actually quite a lot of things to do here for people with families. There's all of the museums. There's Millennium Park. There's the zoo. There is beautiful parks with splash pads. All the pools are completely free for Chicago residents. The museums can also be free if you go to the Chicago Public Library, and if you get a pass for a week, you can go to any museum for free. You just have to check with your local Chicago Public Library and see what's available there and check out a pass for any museum that you would like. You can also go to the Chicago Public Library and get a pass for Suburban Museum. So yeah, there's that. There's people worry about the parking and congestion situation here and pollution. Well, if you turn on your pollution app, you can probably check to see if Chicago has more pollution than your suburban areas. We have our app on and it's not always the case. So I feel like a lot of people just repeat information that is not often accurate. Definitely look into things that you are interested in or worried about in detail, and really see and do the research for yourself to see if that's actually accurate. People talk about congestion. Yes, we are congested. Parking will take you a little longer to get, but that's part of being in an urban Chicago. You don't have to have a car here. You can walk to a lot of places. You can bike to a lot of places. You can use public transportation. We have the L and we have the Metro, so there's 2 forms of public transportation. We also have great CTA for busing. We have places where you can just rent a bike and bike. We have people on motor scooters, on motorcycles, on many different forms of transportation to get around, and that's the fun part about it. Chicago in the summer is absolutely amazing. It has wonderful, amazing beaches that are all free. It has Navy Pier, which is free to go to, but you just have to pay for rides or food, or if you're going to take a cruise from Navy Pier, which is available, you have to pay for that. But to just walk around Navy Pier, it is free. We have wonderful beaches in the summer. We have festivals in Grant Park in all different neighborhoods. Every single neighborhood has their own fests, and it depends on which week. We have lots of seating outside. You can eat outside. It's just a wonderful, wonderful vibe. The nightlife stays open really late, so it depends on if you're an early bird or not. There's something for everyone. For kids, there's a bunch of splash pads and free pools and museums, and the zoo is free and the beach is free. It's absolutely wonderful. If you live in a high-rise, if you decide to live in a high-rise in Chicago, you can rent or buy. A lot of the high-rises have really nice amenities. They have fitness centers and door people and luxury pools, indoor or out. Some have theaters, some have party rooms. So it just depends on what you want and what you like. There's literally something for everyone. There are buildings without those things. If you don't want to pay high association dues, you can live in a building that doesn't have those amenities. We have very fancy, if you're into fitness, we have very fancy fitness centers that give you a very nice social scene in addition to fitness. And there's also fitness centers that are more simple and just provide fitness, and those are much cheaper. We have buildings, a lot of our buildings do have fitness centers in the building, so that's a big plus. Or you can just run outside or bike outside. Lakeshore Drive is a very congested area with lots of cars right along the lake, but there's also a bunch of people biking on the bike path and running and walking and just enjoying the views. Our skyline is absolutely stunning. You can spend just a day looking at that, and then another day walking around our loop area, which is our commercial area. That area is absolutely beautiful with architecture. Also, each one of our neighborhoods, which I can talk about on a different segment, also have different kind of charismatic features. We have neighborhoods like Bucktown, Lincoln Park, Lakeview, South Loop, West Loop, Fulton Market, Uptown, Logan Square, Avondale. I mean, if I've missed one, I apologize. Pilsen, but University Village. All of those neighborhoods have different charismas, and they're just fun to even spend a day at. You don't need to make lots of money in Chicago to enjoy the day. We have real estate and for sale. We have rental properties. It just depends on what you want and what kind of life you want. People think that you need to be very wealthy to live here. It's actually not true. You don't have to spend lots of money on food. You don't have to spend lots of money on activities. There's something for everyone. But we do have a lot of wealthy people here also, and they have a lot of fancy restaurants if they like to go to that, or they have a lot of theater options, or they have a lot of nightlife. Whatever you want, whatever class you are, or whatever you want for yourself, it is here and available. Sorry, I had to stop the video for a minute. The other thing that we do have here is many different cultures. Many different cultures, just had to make sure it's still running, many different cultures from all over the world. So depending on your love for diversity, which I love, and what religious affiliation you are, we have everything possible here. We have churches, mosques, temples. If I'm missing anything, we have any kind of affiliation you would like to affiliate yourself with for religion, it's here. We also have a bunch of social clubs. So let's say you're coming here and you don't know anybody. There's a bunch of social clubs you can join. The scene here is amazing. If you don't have a lot of money and you don't want to pay for a social club, I completely understand. A lot of places have them for free. You just have to research and really look and see what you are looking for. Please tune into this channel. I'll definitely talk about many more things about Chicago. I don't want to completely annoy you and bombard you with things, but you can see my passion. I love this city. I sell here. I rent here. I I live here. So I will definitely be doing a lot of segments about Chicago particularly, and if that's something of interest to you, or if you're interested in moving here, please definitely contact me. I'm happy to help you find a place. I work mostly with buyers, sellers, landlords. I don't do a lot of tenant rep, but I do work with landlords, buyers and sellers. I work all around Chicago and the neighboring suburbs, and I will be doing a lot of videos that might be of interest to you. Thank you for tuning in.